We live in a fast-paced world where everything moves at the speed of light. Technically, our lives go as our days go by, and to a large extent, we do not hold the power to control that aspect of life. We can't control how fast our day go by. We can't control how quick the years go by for us. In a way, we're all stuck in this fast-paced machine where productivity is measured by how much you can achieve in a space of time and how much visible results you are able to produce within a time frame. When we think about it, we feel the pressure. The pressure is literally on. It's like we're all stuck in this pressure cooker, and some have been wound up so tight that they can explode at any time. We look around and all we see are things that only highlight how much we are yet to do, how badly we may be doing what we've not yet achieved. We look around and see how far that everyone has gone, and it seems we're stuck at this one point. We have a standard that we want to fit. We have the voices of people in our ears telling us why we need to fit this made-up standard, why we need to measure up to the status quo. Not necessarily because it will make our lives better, but because we just have to measure up to a so-called standard that we didn't even create. In this moment, who you are doesn't count. What you want doesn't count. Your passions, they don't count. Not until you measure up by everyone's perceived standard of who you should be, the perfect you. Technically, the perfect you has no flaws, has no weaknesses, has no sin. And so when you try to mirror that, you can only see how inadequate you are because you have flaws, you have weaknesses, and you can indeed commit sin. And so you fall short. The fight is on. The fight to shed the imperfect for the perfect. The struggle to measure up becomes more real every single day. One question I've learned to ask myself is, what are you fighting for? Why do you put in so much? What's the intention? And each time I try to look inwards to see what my true intentions are, that way I don't pick up a fight that I should never have fought in the first place. That way I don't pick up a standard and try to fit myself in when I was never meant to fit in the first place. If we are truly honest with ourselves, our feelings of inadequacy stem from the fact that someone else told us that what we've done or what we do isn't enough, that we are flawed, that our actions are flawed, that in one way or in some form that we are not enough. And so each time we let those voices take a seat at the table of our heart, slowly we let our own voice die. Slowly we couldn't hear ourselves anymore. Slowly we picked up an image of who we never were and began to live our lives to fulfill the expectations of what the voices in our head constantly told us. We were made to believe that we couldn't get anything right, and so we never got anything right. That we couldn't amount to much, so we stopped trying to amount to much. That we weren't beautiful or handsome, that no one would want us, and so we became a people pleaser if that would make them want us and desire to keep us. Somehow, we learned to wear a mask. We mask our pain, we mask our feelings of inadequacy, we wear it well. The marks that we've created, but deep down in our hearts, we can't seem to shake it off. We don't believe in our capacity to produce the results everyone will desire and applaud, because we're trying to measure up to a standard that we should never have measured up to in the first place. People say perfection doesn't exist, but somehow we're all trying to be perfect. And so when we fail, we beat ourselves up and hate on ourselves. One thing you should know is that sometimes your actions may not match up with your intentions, but let your heart be pure. So when that feeling comes and you want to fall back and you want to fall in line, fall out of line, fall forward, because you were never meant to fit in. What you perceive as your weakness, what people call your weakness, look at again and ask why. Why is it my weakness? What exactly makes it a weakness? Because sometimes we learn to label things without accurately looking at its specifications. It's manual. Why is it an inadequacy? Don't allow yourself wear labels. Whatever label they've put on you, take it off. Oh yeah, she's too short, she can't make it. Oh, he's too tall. Oh yeah, it comes from a poor background. It can't amount to much. Oh yeah, she's too fat. Oh, he isn't smart. Oh, obviously he's going to fail. That's nonsense. Oh yeah, they come from a village and so they don't have the advantage. That's nonsense. Yeah, I may not have the advantage that you have, but that is my advantage. The fact that we don't all have the same advantages give us all the advantage, because that's what inspires my creativity, my ingenuity, my passion, my fire, my purpose, and my pursuit. We all have different start-off points. We all have different strengths. We all have different gifts. That makes us different. That makes us unique. That makes us have different value proposition. Herein lies our value. So stop letting people make you feel that you don't have value or you don't bring value because you don't bring what they bring. Learn to shine in your sport. Wherever you find yourself, shine and shine brightly. And don't let your feelings of inadequacy make your light from shining. No one is insignificant. No one is valueless. Stop looking around and stop listening to people that talk you down, even if that voice is yours. This is the time, your turning point. And from this time, from this moment, you grow. From this moment, commit to changes, commit to your life, because you make the difference. Join the hub, guys. Share this message if this message means something to you, if it brought value to you. Share it to your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in my next episode, which is definitely going to be a life lesson episode, a life lesson Sunday. Don't forget again to subscribe. Learn to love yourself, learn to value your life, and learn to propose the value that you bring. See you guys next time.